Alright. We have a game of Dominion here, which is severely lacking in both trashing and plus buy. So that's not ideal, but it does have King's Court, so that seems more ideal is the whole having King's Court thing. It might be a little bit ugly, just because, I don't know, it might. It might be a little bit ugly just because a lot of it's going to come down to, like, getting your deck together first, whether that's King's Court or what. I think our start's probably going to be Militia Courtyard. Militia's a little bit, like, I don't know, ugly just because there's Cursed Village, but like if you push down their initial 5, you'll be pretty happy about that, right? And eventually, like, you don't really want to be running a Cursed Village deck, you want to be running like a King's Court draw, especially because of the lack of trashing, so I think I'm kind of favoring opening Militia. Longer term, you actually don't need much. You might incorporate some Ironworks just to try to, like, pile stuff, but really the target's going to be get up to 14 consistently as fast as possible. And I think this is probably the best way to do it. I'm going to open Militia Courtyard. The targets for next shuffle are basically Cursed Village Warehouse. So here'll be the Cursed Village. Maybe I'll even get, like, Plague or something. Awesome. What are we doing here? Are we even trying to trigger this? Probably not. I think we just want to put a warehouse in and call it a day. I mean, seeing your Militia now means that I pretty well knock down this this potential Cursed Village buy. So that's good news. Take Misery. That is some pretty uneven hexing. Well, I mean, it's not like Plague is good. It's just there. Okay. What do I want to do next? Maybe we pick up a Patron. I'm not sure on the ordering of Patron versus Ironworks. Like, I don't actually know how fast or easy it is to get up to whatever number. That is, get up to 7. Right now, I think this is in a pretty good state in here. So maybe I take the Ironworks. Or is it going to be too hard to reach it without Patron? That is 7. Let's take Ironworks. I'll live interestingly. Okay, it's fine. I think we're fine with triggering this. I mean, I have a warehouse in here that I think we're going to take over. Okay. Perfect. Here's the Ironworks we were talking about. So maybe this, like, Ironworks a Patron and then I pick up another Cursed Village. Seems fine. Diluted, huh? Okay. That's not ideal. Maybe I take a Curse. I don't know. Probably not. Do I take anything at all? Silver? Probably not. Anvil? Probably not. Yeah, I think I'll just pass it. I think losing that turn's probably okay. Certainly not ideal, but, you know, are things ever ideal? Probably not. Let's see, there's a Cursed Village in there. I want to get I want to Ironworks another warehouse into this shuffle. For sure. It might be a little bit ambitious to go about things this way, just because I'm not sure if it's, I guess, as likely to be reaching 7. In fact, it's, like, completely impossible reaching 7 here. and just pause. Like, I don't know whether to put the curse... I think we should probably put the cursed village back. And then what? Another cursed village? I don't really need... I mean, the hope is that I don't really need a ton of those going forward. But maybe a third one's okay. I also just top deck this one, so I should be a little bit, I don't know, maybe hesitant to do that, just because a lot of hexes affect the top of the deck. And we take another Patron. Okay, that's definitely a positive for me. You might be getting there. Getting there, alright. Okay, it looks like I'm probably getting there too, though. In fact, I'm really getting there because I'm getting through a lot more than I was expecting. Probably Ironworks, another warehouse. I think those probably keep me mostly consistent. Got our King's Court. I don't think we really need to be working with more Patron right now. Like, we want to be picking up maybe one or two more King's Courts before going on to the Dominates. The idea is that'll just kind of happen as King's Court Patron, King's Court whatever. Like, I think the target here is probably just hitting 7 again. Right. King this warehouse is definitely a target. I guess I might not be able to king the warehouse if I get, like, militia'd. Well, I am gonna get militia'd. It's not an if. It'll leave me with, like, one card in hand. It's not ideal. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I didn't end up getting militia'd, so that's good news. How badly do we want to play this Ironworks? Pretty badly. Maybe? I'm trying to think, like, which of these things helps the most in my deck. I mean, I guess we're going to see a lot more cards. So maybe we do it like this. With the idea that this is just going to barely get me to 7 and not trigger the shuffle. Yeah, that seems fine. We're definitely remembering we do want to, although there's the cursed villages, we do want to be militiaing these hands, because if we observing our previous hand, like had I gotten militia, that would have been bad news. Right. Like, you can still really mess up these decks with militia. Having the 2 cursed villages and how many cards is not where it's at. I'm really looking at this as an ugly shuffle trigger, but no, I don't know. should be done on patrons. At this point, Patrician, Courtyard are both more valuable to my deck. Certainly. I think I needed one. I think I needed one more in order to have, decenter shots at dominate. I'm not sure if another King's Court wants to come into the deck or not. It'll probably just kind of depend on what I hit. Like, you're not, I don't think I'm in a position to be consistently hitting 14. So it's not like, whichever. And we do want to be militiaing. Whoops, that is definitely not it. 2 cursed villages and 24 cards. There's definitely chances you miss. Apparently there's big chances that I miss too. What do I want to do here? Maybe just grab the curse. Huh. Kind of tempted. 7-point curse. I mean, I can't even reach a King's Court here, which is pretty obnoxious. We could take another cursed village. We could, take another Courtyard, but I don't know how, valuable they actually are for my next turn, I guess. Especially when we have King's Court, Courtyard coming in, I don't know. Oh, we could take another Courtyard. Just kind of assume on the miss that I'm okay. Let's do that. Man, how do you do that? You haven't been, setting up, have you? No, I'll just top of the shuffle. Maybe I could have known that. I'm not sure. I mean, my assumption is that you're not reaching 14 every turn by any stretch. In fact, I think you should end up missing most turns, but we'll see. There's a Courtyard in there. Maybe just do a Patrician. It's inoffensive. Could turn up Patron. Or we could look at another Courtyard under some possibly mistaken theory. I mean, I have the villager accumulation, so I'll just go about things that way. This is fine. I don't want to put a King's Court on a Patron. I guess we'll do. I do not need to play this Militia, which I think I'll not do because I've kind of tracked that you have a cursed village sitting there. I think I should be in a better position just because I have these Courtyards. The cursed village, pure cursed village draw is so not where it's at. At least I don't think it's where it's at. Maybe I'll end up surprised. I'm a little bit concerned that I have one fewer King's Courts. It would have been really nice to hit 7 the one turn I just completely failed. I'm kind of getting irritated that the deck over there isn't doing quite as much of this completely failing. For sure. Although, after this, I mean, you're probably going to pick up, like, Courtyard something, so I don't know that I'm going to have much of an excuse anymore. Maybe my Militia's been helping. Hard to say. Am I really gonna just die here? Apparently I'm really just gonna die here. Wow. Okay. What are we doing? I guess we're gonna take 2 Patricians. And eventually this curse. Do we want a Beggar? Maybe. I mean, if that's gonna be the play, probably. Like, the Beggar's not going to be the worst thing for reaching Dominate. Potentially we can just king it when in need. We have this nice point lead, but again, like, I'm still in a position where if you're reaching Dominate each turn, I'm in really bad shape. I guess I could have tried to go on with Estates there, but are we finally getting a fail over there? We did finally get a fail over there. Okay, that's good. We did see a King's Court last turn, so it's not worth trying to find the other one. I don't know. Maybe it is. Okay. Definitely go over this shuffle. Definitely be king the Patron, I think. I mean, we can break this down enough that the Cursed Village is doing something. I'm not that inclined to be playing the Militia here, but I think I kind of have to for my own sake, just because this is ugly. That might be pretty ugly also. Okay, well, at least we have the warehouse. Okay, that's just a province game, huh? What do I want to do here? Can I win? Maybe. I think it's a pretty big stretch. I think I'd rather be trying to King's Court on something money producing. Like, at this point, if I dominate, I do have a substantial advantage. So I think that should be the target. I really hope I don't need to use this Beggar. Although it's looking like I might. No, I don't. We don't play the Ironworks, we should be fine. Right. Yeah. There's even another Cursed Village in there for me. I'm not sure that I really want to be playing the Militia for the attack, but it's easily the best way to be getting money. Okay, yeah. And I think, I mean, starting with this, I was pretty sure to hit the next turn, so What happened there? I'm not really sure. I mean, I certainly got the better draws off the top with the Militia impacting year 5. And I really do think putting the Courtyards in earlier was a really big deal. Like, the Cursed Village, pure Cursed Village draw was so not where it was at, just because, you know, you have all of this junk and just, like, sorting through the junk and then doing the Cursed Village thing, like, you're just gonna draw more junk back, and so it's a really tough deck to keep sustained, and the Courtyards really ended up doing me quite a lot of good. So it's probably most of the story there, despite some of my issues in the middle. It did come back around, and I was not having those issues at the end. So see you all.